0.8. So the fx plus h, in this case, what is the value?
1 plus h.
Why 1 plus h?
네.
You see, this equation is trying to tell you that this equation, so the problem with you is you don't know how to interpret the function. This equation is trying to tell you that for whatever value of x, my y is always 1. This is called fx equal to 1. When x is equal to x, and when x equal to x plus h, the y fx is still equal to 1. Are you clear? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So that is how you interpret. Yeah. So this is equal to 1 as well. All right. So now we find slope of chord AB. So you follow the step. So it will be 1 minus 1 divided by x plus h minus x, correct? So it will be 0 over h, which is 0. So when you get 0, you don't worry. So therefore, so we write f prime x, we have to use limit, right? What should I write down here? Christopher?
H to 0.
Yes, h tends towards 0. So what is my slope of the chord? Christopher, what is the slope of the chord AB?
0.
Yeah. I write down so that you know why I put 0 here. So is limit h tend towards 0, 0 here. So the answer is 0. That's it. Do you see? So you see the step. Step 1. Step 2. Step 3. Answer. As long as you follow the step correctly, you don't have to worry. If can, why not? Isn't it the gradient for a horizontal straight line is 0? Because y doesn't depend on x. The rate of change of y is always 0 because y is a constant. Am I right? Hello, any more question? Zero divided by 0. Where got 0 divided by 0? H approaches 0. H is not 0, young lady or young man. H approaches 0 doesn't mean H equal to 0. Okay? And by the way, it doesn't depend on H also, the slope of the chord. Am I right? Okay, are we done?
Miss 5A.
5A. Okay. Can I don't answer 5A because I want to discuss a few questions here. 2 questions.
Okay.
Then after I discuss these 2 questions, then you should be able to do. Okay, let's go to a new page. Okay, now my question 1. We have 2 very important questions to discuss today, so that you can do the rest. Question 1. Okay, part A. Part A asks you to show that square root of P minus square root of Q over H is equal to P minus Q over h square root of p plus square root of q. Okay, do you know how to show this? So when we ask you to show, you either can go left hand side to right hand side and right hand side to left hand side. So now today I choose to go from left hand side to right hand side. Okay, ready? So now, so answer. So I will write down there, left hand side. There is square root of p minus square root of q over h. Yeah. Okay, so look, when we have a fraction, okay, if you look at what you need to show, what is at the bottom here? Square root of p plus square root of q, am I right? So if this equation, this expression, I times with did I make any changes? Did I make any changes to the value of the expression?
No.
Why not? Why not? Can someone answer me?
Square root p plus square root q over square root p plus square root q equals to 1.
Yes, you are right. Wonderful. Okay, but I changed the format of the, so now we know that we need this to be at the bottom, correct? So what we do is we multiply, we expand the top. Do you know how to expand these kind of things? Do you know how to expand? The one on top? Have you learned this before? Hello?
Yes.
A minus B times A plus B. What do you get?
A square minus B square.
A square minus B square. So square root of P plus minus square root of Q times by square root of P plus square root of Q. Isn't it square root of P squared minus square root of Q squared? And this is P minus Q. So whenever you have this, it's good that you memorize by heart so that you don't have to go through all these steps. You straight away can write P minus Q over H square root of P plus square root of Q. So this is a skill. Are you clear? That will help us to do the next thing. So this skill is a must to learn and to memorize because you cannot write in your one-page handwritten notes. Okay, for SAT 1, no notes, no calculator. Okay, so part B. Usually, if we first part we ask you to show, part B we will say hence. The moment we use the word hence means you have to make use of the part A to solve the part B. They help you to solve. Okay, hence by using first principle, find the instantaneous rate of change for y equal to square root of x plus 2 at x equal to. Can someone give me a suitable value for x here? Okay, if not, I ask, if I put x equal to negative, if I put x equal to -3, can or not? Can I put x equal to -3 here? Okay, someone have answered me no. Okay, yeah, the answer is no. Okay, Chokan, may I know why not? If I put x equal to -3, that means Miss Do said the wrong question. If I put a -3 here, I said the wrong question. This is wrong. Chokan, may I know why is it wrong?
X cannot be a negative value.
Why x cannot be negative value? If I put x equal to -1, can or not? This is correct. So your reason x cannot be negative value, that is wrong. Chokan. Chokan, think carefully. Yeah, the answer is this one cannot, but x equal to -1 can. Chokan, can I have a reason why x equal to -3 cannot?
Because the x plus 2 must be in positive value.
Okay, other than that, why your friend straight away can know is -3 cannot? There is something that he has in mind.
The
Can
value
someone
in square
explain?
root must be positive.
Yeah, so that is the right one. Understand? So because x equal to -3 is not the domain, it's not part of the domain. So there is no graph there. So why you want me to find the gradient? Am I right? So the reason you give here should be, you say that negative is not part of the domain. So you don't be surprised in exam, we can ask you question like that, okay? So now for this case, so I am just telling you something so that you learn from that. Yeah. So you see how important it is to know about the domain. Yeah. Okay. So we are not going to use this value. So can I just erase off? Okay. So I want you to find at x equal to at x equal to 4. Okay. So what we need to do is we still go back to our first principle. What is our first principle? So we get 2 points, right? So can you work on that? Point A, x equal to 4. Then you find your y. Point B, always put x equal to 4 plus h. Then you find your y. Okay? Then you find the slope of the chord. So I leave that to you to do for a while, can or not? Okay, when x equal to 4, what is the y? Jen, how?
√6.
Okay. Okay, when x equal to 4 plus h, what is the y?
6 plus h. √6 plus
so,
h. Yeah.
Yeah, √6 plus h, you better bracket it,
Hmm.
because whatever in the square root, you must do first. Okay, so we got that. So now we find the slope of a chord. Yeah, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, we know is h. So now you can make full use of your first part. Part A. Still remember part A? So that skill is a must to learn. So everyone try to simplify that using whatever we have in part A. You time by the conjugate. So what you can do is you can straight away write down like that. If in the square root, I have more than one term, usually I will bracket it up. Divide by h, square root of 6 plus h, plus square root of 6. Yep. So expand the top. So what do you get when you expand the top? Xin yi. Xin yi. Nyo xin yi. Go toilet again. Nyo xin yi, are you in my class? Nyo xin yi, are you in my class?
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
Where are you?
Oh, just now lagging.
Okay. So can you please tell me what is the result of the expansion on top? Can you fill in the blank for the two bracket?
Can. The square root 6HR minus square root 6.
Sure. Do you see here? Cindy? Square root, you square, it is still got square root or not?
Oh, no.
Yeah, so you see, you want your life to be difficult, you want to write step by step, you write many steps. If you memorize certain thing, then you don't have to. You don't have to. You can straight away from here, go to here. You don't have to write this step. So can you please tell me what should I fill in for the bracket?
10 HR.
Your P is 6 plus H. Your Q is 6.
6.
Yeah. Square root of 6 plus H minus square root of 6 times square root of 6 plus H plus square root of 6. So this is your P. This is your Q. So your result?
Wait for a while. H. Is
6 plus H minus 6, correct?
Yeah.
So you get H. H square root of 6 plus H plus square root of 6. So I got 1 over square root of 6 plus H plus square root of 6. So next step, I will write limit. I want to get dy dx, correct?
Miss, I got one question.
Yes. What question is that?
Why is the square? Why is there a power of 2 beside 6 plus h at the second step?
What is it?
It's like, you know, the second step, it
Yeah,
says,
yeah, shouldn't have. No, there's no square.
oh, okay.
My mistake. Okay, H. Yeah. Okay. Is that fine? So dy dx limit h tends towards 0, 1 over square root of 6 plus h plus square root of 6. So when h approaches 0, 6 plus h approaches 6, correct? So I have 1 over square root of 6 plus square root of 6. Okay, can I know 1 over square root of 6 plus square root of 6, 1 square root of 6? How many square root of 6 are there at the bottom? Raisa?
This should be 1, right?
Yeah. Square root of 6, 1 square root of 6 plus another 1 square root of 6. Total, how many square root of 6? Raisa?
This should be just 6.
How many square root of 6 here? If I have x plus x, how many x?
1. There's
2x.
2.
So if I square root of 6 plus 1 square root of 6, so I got how many square root of 6?
2.
Raisa, can you please answer me?
2.
2. Yes, that is how it goes. So when you see algebra, the way you talk to yourself is very important. So this is square root of 6 over 12. Anyone? Do you know how I get square root of 6 over 12?
Miss Do,
Yes.
you have to put the 1 beside the square root of 6.
I'm just want to tell you that that is 1 square root of 6. You don't have to put.
Okay.
I'm here to explain to you how I get 2 square root of 6. So whether to put or not to put is yours. Yeah. So please take note. Not everything that I put down there you must put. I'm explaining to you. So everyone, do you know how I get square root of 6 over 12?
No.
NO or KNOW?
NO, Miss, NO.
NO. Okay, look, same like here. I told you already, every time when we have denominator is, so we will do that. We make sure denominator, there is no radical function, no sept. You get me? So that people can approximate easily. So this value is less than 1. And less than half as well. Even less than 1/4, I would say. Hello? Are you okay?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. So from this question, what is important is if exam come out, this is algebraically is very taxing on simplifying. So you please memorize the step. There's no other better way already. You don't say you understand or don't understand. If you don't know how to convert this to this, you will fail to do this. So you have to memorize the way to do it. Are you clear? Okay. So hopefully SAT1, I will not set question like that. Huh? Will I? That is up to me. Am I right? I teach you, you learn up the skill. Okay. Got it? Any question from here? No. Can I go to the next one?
Yes.
Yes, huh? Okay, next one will be question 2 will go like that. Okay, I give you the function fx equal to 3 over x plus 2. Yeah, so the graph of my function go in this way. All these are given. What is a vertical asymptote, by the way? Nadini, Devi, what is a vertical asymptote for this case? Next time I must make it in such a way. The moment I call you for 3 times, you didn't respond, then I will. Nadini, Devi, what is the vertical asymptote for this case?
Not sure, miss.
Hey, young lady, how can we say, how can you say not sure? You tell me, you give me a reason why you say you're not sure. Okay, you give me a reason.
Miss, is it -2?
Yeah, lor.
Okay.
How come now you can be sure already? Nanidi, you tell me.
Just now I was so confused.
So you see, when teacher asks you a question, you just give a thought to it. What type of function is that? I'm just trying to recall the concept over and over again. You understand? I can just straight away tell you. If I choose to, that will be make my life easier. So it's -2, correct? Everyone, you know why it's -2, ah? Okay, so my curve go in this way. Okay, I just simply draw lah. Okay, so I have a point A here. The coordinate is -1. And I have another point B here. The coordinate x of point B, I let it be x. Okay. So get it? Okay, so now first part of the question, I say, find the slope or gradient of chord AB. Okay, can you please find? Okay, can someone tell me the coordinate of point A? Rachel, what is the coordinate of point A?
S equal to -1 and
-1, don't say
Oh,
-1.
sorry, -1 and y equal to 3.
Okay, what is the coordinate of point B? The x is x, so the y will be 3 over x plus 2. Are you clear? Okay. So you want to find the slope of the chord. Everyone should know how to find, correct? So it will be y1 minus y2. You see, my y2, I purposely do it like a fraction over x1 minus x2. Am I right? Am I doing it correctly? Hmm?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay, so now this means, okay, so here x minus, so can I write as like that? Can I write it like that?
Yes.
Yes. So now since both on top there's a 3, can I just take 3 out? And I put it like that. Can I not? That means cross multiply, okay? To make my calculation easier. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay, so now my slope of the chord AB 3, and this one, when I open up the bracket, it go in this way. Am I right? Exam, you don't have to write step by step, if those who can. But this one, I write step by step, so to explain to everyone how I get the answer. If you don't want to take the 3, it's also fine. So I will leave it to you. -1 minus 1 and negative x minus 1 over x plus 2 times by 1 over x plus 1. Okay, what I can do is I can factorize out the negative sign here. So it will become -3 x plus 1 over x plus 2 times 1 over x plus 1. Are you okay so far? So far, so good. So I cancel off. So I simplified the slope of the chord already. Yeah. So it's -3 over x plus 2. Okay. Now I'm going to go through part B of the question. Now, part B of the question. They say, hence, by using first principle, find the gradient of the tangent to the curve fx equal to 3 over x plus 2 at x equal to -1. Okay. So, class. So the moment they use the word hence, that means, do you need to find the slope of the chord AB again? The answer is no. So usually if we set the question in this way, this part, we will give 3 marks. And this part, we only give you 2 marks. So I say by using first principle, it doesn't mean that you have to do all over again because I have the word hence. So what we need to do is the first part of the first principle is done in part A. So I just need to find the answer by using, I will say f prime -1 is equal to limit. Okay, now, what should I write at the bottom of limit? Can someone give me some idea? As B approaches A, what can you say about the value of X at B approaches? Approaches?
-1.
Yeah, you are right. So go. You see? See or not? So what should I write at the bottom of the limit? What should I write at the bottom of the limit
H,
then?
x to -1.
Yes, you are right. X approaches -1. So you have to be very careful. We can set question in like that, but if you understand, you will know what to write down there at the limit there. So slope of the curve, -3, x plus 2. So in this case, you got this. So where do we give you the 2 mark? 1 mark here. You write the limit correct. Then another mark will be the answer. That's it. So it's -3. Am I right? Because as x approaches -1, x plus 2 approaches what? Approaches 1. Am I right? So therefore, -3 over x plus 2 will approach -3. You see or not? How important the limit is? Hello? So this is something that you have in mind. So you see, to understand this, if you follow the limit like the way I teach, then you will get a better understanding of it. Are you clear?
Yes.
So there are 2 ways of doing the first principle, depend on how the question phrase it. So now, if you understand the first principle pretty well, how I rephrase the question, you still can do. Am I right? Hello? Any more question? Okay. So you please do practice your exercise 2A. So next week, we are going to go by the rule already. Okay, I just give you some hint on question 5. Can I move? Those who didn't copy, did your screenshot? Okay, I purposely, every question, I organize it nicely. Okay, can I? So I have 8 more minutes. Okay, I just want to let you know that, okay, for exercise 2A, question 5, B, correct? When you have your fx, okay, listen here carefully. So this one, you are using your indices, a to the power n times a to the power m is equal to a to the power m plus n. And square root means power half. So I have x, square root of x. I will prefer it to write as x to the power of 3 over 2. Yeah, got it? Then I will prefer to write it as a square root x cubed. The reason is because when we find the slope of the chord, then it will be much easier for us to do. So I will just quickly explain to you. So my point A, x equal to x. So my fx will be square root of x cubed. My point B, x equal to x plus h. So my fx will be equal to square root of x plus h cubed. Okay, then you have to memorize the expansion of a plus b cubed is a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed. You please don't go and expand it slowly like that. You are going to go crazy, I tell you. You better memorize this. And it's not difficult to memorize, you see. Everything is due with 3. You want to expand like that, exam, you cannot finish your work, don't blame Miss Do. Okay, then you can go and expand. So please don't memorize by heart. So this one, I will straight away write this as square root of, I always put in bracket x squared x cubed plus 3x squared h plus 3x h squared plus h cubed. Why I say square root? Because after that you have to use your conjugate. Still remember slope of the chord? So I will have square root of, okay, you want later only expand also can. Okay, or we don't expand first. If not, you have to write many times. So you have x plus h cubed minus square root of x cubed divided by h, correct? So we remember we have to multiply with the conjugate. So all these are memorizing work. See, remember the conjugate? Square root of x plus h cubed minus square root of x cubed so what is the result of the top? Bottom, you copy down. Okay, what is the result of the top? Shavin,
X plus h cubed minus x cubed.
thank you. You see, you memorize, you get the answer. Then we expand the top. Now we only expand. So don't expand here, not good. So now we only expand. Bottom, don't do anything. So you have x cubed plus 3x squared h plus 3x h squared plus h cubed, take away x cubed, divided by, copy down patiently. So when you do first principle, correct, you have to be very, very patient with your writing. So now you look at here, these are the like term. No more, correct? So you can factorize out the h. Yep. So you can factorize out the h. So you have 3x squared plus 3 xh plus h cubed, h squared. Then divide by h square root of x plus h cubed plus square root of x cubed. Okay, so h and h cancel. Then you write your limit, then everything settled. So please practice. There are a few skills that you have to learn. How to make two fractions to become a single fraction, how to get it of the square root at the top, square root at the bottom, no issue. Are you clear? So listen here. First principle is very important. This will be 5 marks out of 40 marks for your SAT 1. So you see, for maths, all your SAT, as long as you listen to what I say, you follow, you catch up with your work every day, whenever the SAT comes, you don't have to worry. It's worried is when you pile up your work. Whatever you need to learn for today, please learn it. And please put a note so that when you come to your SAT, you know how to revise, where to zoom in. Are you clear, class? But I'm just telling you, I don't just teach you for your SAT, okay? I make sure you know how the principle come about. So that is the meaning of first principle. That means the basic principle to get what? The gradient of the tangent. Okay. So just to recall whatever we have learned. If the question asks you, what is the meaning of the slope of the chord AB? Can you answer me? Can you answer me? What is the meaning of the slope of a chord AB for this case? Can someone try to answer this question?
Is it the average rate of change from A to B?
From A to B. So it's better to specify the value of X. Okay, is the average rate of change from X equal to 4 to X equal to 4 plus H. And for this case, what is the meaning of the slope of a chord? What is the meaning of the slope of a chord in this case, chord AB? Shafiq?
Yes, miss.
Yeah, what is the meaning of this one? This one. I ask you to interpret this. Interpret this value.
The gradient of the chord, AB.
Hey, you tell me the gradient of the chord, you didn't interpret the meaning, okay? What does slope of a chord AB represent?
Is not the average rate of change.
You give me average rate of change, I give you 0 mark.
Average rate of change from x equals to x to x equals to -1.
Yeah. Okay, since you are on your mark already, can you interpret this value? -3?
-3, the gradient of tangent.
I also, okay, gradient of
x equals to -1.
Thank you. So you have to be very specific, understand? Cannot just say gradient of tangent, average rate of change. No, you have to say from what to what. Because I can anytime change the value. Am I right? You cannot give me a general statement. You have to give me a specific statement when you interpret the meaning for that particular question. Class, are you okay? So the key for this part from these two lessons is how to use first principle. What do you mean by first principle? By first principle means how we get the average rate of change to become instantaneous rate of change. And you come to the concept of limit. Are you okay? Any further question? So exercise 2A is yours. How many questions you want to do? That one, I leave it to you. I'm not going to force you to do. You don't want to do also can. When exam come, you don't know how to do, you don't blame Miss Do. You blame yourself. All skills need to simplify. I have taught you. Okay, class? Thank you, class.
Thanks,
You
Miss.
miss.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
You miss my
Thank you.